Okay, it looks like we
Nice. Hi,
there we
Melody. Hi,
go.
Arthur, Sandy, Peter and Linda, Jerome, John Tier, Jody, Deborah, Daniel. Great to have you guys on here.
All right, let's see here.
We are live on YouTube. Thanks, Craig.
Okay, got to do that and that. There we go. I was almost going to hear myself in the feedbacks there. All right. Welcome, 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 everybody. Great to see each and every one of you. It is Sunday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, or whatever time it happens to be where you are watching us right now. Thank you so very much, and whether you're watching us live or recorded. Either way, we appreciate the fact that you are here with us for the Imaginators.
Nice.
And we are just very, very happy to see you here. For those of you that are going to join us here, there are several ways to interact with us during the Imaginators. You can obviously type comments and questions, whether you're watching us on YouTube or not in the YouTube chat. If you're watching us on Zoom, same thing. Or the idea behind Imaginators is to share things with all of us live in person, chatting with Robert, Terry, and everybody else here in Zoom. Very simple to do. Put your cursor in the middle of the screen where you see me. Now, again, this is for those that are watching on Zoom. If you're watching us on YouTube, the Zoom link is in the chat. Click on that and join us in Zoom. But if you're watching us on Zoom, there's a button right down below that is raise hand. Put your cursor on the middle of the screen, look down, click that raise hand button, and then we will call on you. Two people already have their hands raised, John Tier and Bill Shoemaker. We will get to them shortly. Thank you guys very, very much. The other thing I wanted to mention is our subscriber count is continuing up slowly. That's okay. We like them. We want more, of course. We want to get that lovely orange or that lovely silver plaque from YouTube saying we have over 100,000 subscribers. We're on our way. We're doing it step by step. So thank you very much for helping to promote what we do here. And remember, it's roberthollis.com/join. And Imaginators and Inner Circle are part of this call today. Yes, Imaginators, but if you're part of the Inner Circle, you are an Imaginator. Simple. That's how we work it here. So, that being said, let's get everything started. Let's see. Again, raise your hand if you want it. We got 3 hands up now. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So got lots of things to share today on the Imaginators. But let's go ahead and get started with our 2 key Imaginators. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Robert and Terry Hollis.
Thank you, Craig, the hostess with the mostest. I'm so happy to be here with you guys here today, and Craig, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
What's
I
that?
think I want to start out with Jody posted in the Imaginator group, and I just thought this was a cool
Oh,
thing to start out
yes.
with. And let me see here. I gotta move this. I don't know how I'll move this instead.
We
Okay.
can see it, Dad, and
All
read
right.
it.
I couldn't. Okay, so thank you, Jody, for sharing this. I imagined what it would feel like to be
You
you
want
read
me to
it.
read it?
Go,
I'll read
go.
it. I'll read it.
Okay, go
Go
ahead,
for it,
Matt.
Matt.
Go ahead, ma'am.
I imagine what it would feel like to be the receiver of the things that I want, and I imagined it so often that it was hard for me to imagine otherwise. I trained myself vibrationally into the expectation or the belief of what I wanted. Abraham Hicks.
Very, very, very good. Thank you, Jody. For those of
Thanks,
you that
Jody.
find imaginary stuff, you can share that. And the only other couple of things I want to talk about really quickly is, of course, some people are interested and some people aren't. But the Olympics are going on, and I just find it pretty interesting. Before we got on here, I just always had this playing in the background, and this girl, Tori Husky, just won the gold medal, and she wasn't favored. And guess what happened to her 4 years ago? So 4 years ago, she was swimming in the same race, and she missed bronze by 0.0001 seconds. So how much do you think she practiced to just get into the Olympics last time, 4 years ago, and to miss the podium by a thousandth of a second, and then shake it off, go back to work? You know, the girl that was supposed to win, she beat her. Does anybody want to know how much she beat her by? 1,000th of a second. So to not get on the podium by that small amount, and then 4 years later continue to do and imagine and get the gold medal. And even while they were interviewing her, she was just going, she just honestly, as they were trying to interview her, her first response is she says, this is just a dream. This is something that I constantly imagine and dream about. I guess I'm having this interview in my dream. It's like she was still, you could see that she was in major shock. You know what I mean? So, you know, you just go out and do your best. And the other thing I wanted to talk about really quickly is about imagination is, again, just understand how, if you got to spend more time in imagination than you think about not hitting it. You know, it's just the dominating thought. Again, the strangest secret in the world is that, you know, you become what you think about the most. And some of you I know might have questions about, you know, the current promotion that's going on with MDC. And I can tell you guys just how, by the way, I already have 7 people. So the get 3 and get it free. Yeah, I'm going to do my very best to contact everybody, because I don't know where they are. And so you guys are going to see some videos that all of you can use. I just have this mentality as, you know, a couple of lines I'll just share with you guys that but you'll see me do the Facebook Lives and you guys can use them. But the one is, you know, I run into a lot of people that just cannot, no matter how much they imagine, they just can't get to the place mentally to go out and actually share with other people about the opportunity of actually increasing their income. You know what I mean? I guess you could call that piquing interest or prospecting or recruiting. There's so many different words for it. But if you were super excited and had the imagination of having a future bigger than you have right now, if you can get into that state, you would be doing it all day, every day like I do. Does that make sense? And a lot of people always say to me, yeah, but I have a lot of other things to do. Oh, so your imagination of the best life that you could ever have is not a priority. Well, Robert, you don't understand. I still got this job. I got this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Yeah, you just gave me a list of all the things that have a higher priority than your imagination. How many people find that interesting? And get this, it's just who you are. So if you're not on a day-to-day excited about prospecting or selling product to get to the financial place to actually make your imagination come true, then I find it very interesting to just say to people, where I don't know if you guys watched the training that, you know, was yesterday. But I loved how Jenna, that, you know, how many of you guys heard that Jenna got excited to help Candace and she signed up under us? You know, so if you look on her on the leaderboard, she brought in 2 people all month. So do you guys think that Jenna has documentation? Yeah. Do you believe that she has belief in who she is and what she's doing? Yes. All right. So Why wouldn't she be on the top of the leaderboard? Because reaching out to people that have no imagination is not fun. It's not fun at all. And so I thought it was interesting at the very end when she was, Josh said, well, listen, really quickly share with people, what to do. And how many people know that people that have integrity, which I know Jenna does, is how many people know sometimes, like some people when they drink alcohol or get drugs, that they say stuff that really is the truth? Well, I don't think that Jenna needs those, like I don't, Terry doesn't, And so I loved how she said, listen, I don't want to recruit for the rest of my life. So and I understand this, I'm willing to put in the effort and the time to do the stuff that's not fun to create momentum, but I don't want to do it all the time either. Do you guys get it? And so if people's imagination is not in a place where they are excited enough, because I think Zig Ziglar had this line, motivation is like taking a shower or a bath. You should do it every day. And so how many of you can watch something and you get excited? And then you wake up the next morning and it's just not there. Okay, I'm jacked out of my mind. I watched this. I bought the trade. I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna go through the videos and do this tap and trade. And man, I am going to connect with every freaking person I know. I'm calling my mom. I'm calling my dad. I can't. But they're not living. But it's like, I'm going to go through everyone, right? And then you get up and your mind goes, but I have some questions. How does this work? So, I'm not making fun of you guys, but a lot of people reached out to me and said, hey, Robert, before I do anything, I did a lot of over fucking thinking last night and this morning, and I have some questions. And until you do it, you really can't feel authentic asking other people to do it if you haven't done it. Are you guys feeling me here? And so I really think it's pretty unique about the tap and trade, because I shared with you guys on the AMA that the way the guy got me into this was simple. He just reached out to me and he said, wouldn't it be neat to have a product that you could offer people that are not interested in selling anything? They're not interested in recruiting anybody. They're sure in the hell not interested in doing any posting or any kind of stuff on social media. They just want to make money. And I went, damn. In the last 6.5 years, I've run into a lot of people that used to like this industry, but they won't pivot, nor will they follow instructions by someone that's getting results. And so there's my target market. Hey, John, remember when you told me that you'd never do network marketing again? That you hate it, that companies hurt you, that, a friend of yours took all your money. Hey, I have something I know you're going to love, because it's just focused on you earning income, and you don't have to share it with anybody. You don't have to, all you got to do is just learn how to make money. Oh, wait a minute. No, you don't have to learn a damn thing. You just have to sign up. And when you get this cash register noise on your phone, tap it. Tap it, tap it, tap it. So, have you ever answered a phone call on your phone, John? Yeah, you got this handled. Now, how many of you guys think I've already had people turn me down? Oh, yeah. Yeah. And it's just because a majority of the people on the planet are not at the right place at the right time, so they already know everything. See what I mean? And you just can't help but know it all. You know what I mean? Oh, I've seen this stuff before. Yeah, it's never been created before. No. I seen a company like this and I lost some money doing it. Well,
bye-bye.
Toodle do, dog do. You know what I mean? It's like so let's go into answering some questions because you got to get excited about helping other people. But if you think that you're again sharing something with somebody, and it's your fault that they won't take advantage of it, it's your fault that they won't take the time to watch some videos to connect all the stuff, and they won't do the tap and trade, that's not your fault. Does that make sense to you guys? But why am I doing it? I'm doing it because if this is another thing that I can share with a group of people that actually creates active memberships, then I'm getting closer to the goal that I set for me and my family. All right. So that's why I'm doing it. So let's go ahead and open it up for questions. And I appreciate you guys.
Sounds like a great idea. We have hands up from Jody Falcon, John Tier. First of all, Bill Shoemaker. Bill, go ahead, unmute, and please share with us.
Thank you, Craig. You're amazing, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, Bill. How are you?
Great, and thanks for
I feel
answering
like you and I just talked. It's
we
like
did. Thank you for answering my questions. You know, it's interesting what you just said. My sister calls me every now and then, and I think I've told you before, she could probably be the best network marketer on the planet because she knows how to make people feel good.
right.
But she hates recruiting people, selling stuff.
Yep.
So today I said, just imagine if you could have something that you didn't have to sell anything or recruit anybody and make money. Would that be interesting? She goes, hell yes.
Wow. I love the line. I love the line. Just imagine.
Just imagine.
That
And anyway,
Bill, that was awesome.
so she's holding me accountable. She goes, okay, I'm going to call you the end of what, July 31st or August 1st and tell me what you've done. So she needs proof, right?
Wow. One of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So anyway, my question, I got to ask you about when you create a new position, is it all under the Hollis organization as the owner's
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course,
So-
they do have different names. You know, Hollis Organization, Robert Hollis, Terry Hollis. Yeah.
Leo Deck.
So, well, that was my question. I'm still overthinking
Sure.
when
I can hear the complexity as you're talking.
So when I create my username and my ownership name, should I just put it under my name? See, I don't have a spouse or anybody to put it under. So isn't it the
No,
same?
there's only two things that the system, this would probably be a better way to answer the question and see if this helps you. The company looks at two things, email address and credit card. That's how they identify people. So if you've ever tried to make an account and use an email address that's already in the system, it says, sorry, this is used, just like the username, right? So you can't
Right.
use the same username, you can't use the same email address, and you can't use the same credit card. Well, people go, well, how do you get around not having the same credit card? Well, I know this is different for me, but I put quite a bit of money into my credit wallet. So what I do is I can use the credit wallet to transfer to the other positions and then use that money to qualify the position.
That's very powerful.
Now, another way you can do it is because Terry's like so amazing, you know, she's got like 81 credit cards. You know what I mean? So I can
82.
I can just use any one of them. Oh, and Peter and Linda was saying Google Pay, Apple Pay, Google Pay, you know, so there's a number of different ways that you can pay for it. So that's what you do. So
Great.
if
Well,
you-
that's what I needed to know.
yeah. And so just make sure that it goes under, that was your other question. Make sure that you got it set to go under your lesser leg. And
Right, and that's funny. I've been in network marketing for God knows how long, and I know how it works. It was a stupid question for everyone.
well, listen, let's take the word stupid out, Bill.
We all forget shit all the time.
Let's take the word stupid out and just ask yourself, man, why don't I trust myself? What if I didn't have to answer any questions? Well, then you would have made an attempt to sign up a position, and it would have told you, this username's already taken. All right, I guess I would have to come up with one that's not. Then you press go again, and it says, I'm sorry, this email is already in here. You go, oh my God, I guess I got to use another email. And then you would have went to pay for it. It would say, sorry, this credit card's already taken. You'd go,
Questions answered.
I gotta find another way to pay for this if it won't allow me to do these things. And
Okay,
so, yeah,
one other question.
sure.
So at any point, can you change the ownership name?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, but understand the reason that you're doing this. The only reason that you're doing this, like me personally, I said that I was going to put it underneath another position, then I just didn't. I just went in soon as I was able to purchase it under the deal, I just did it, upgraded the spot that we already had. And
Did you guys stay up late last night to do it?
No, I did it like at 5:30 this morning.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. So
Yeah. So any other
Thank
questions, Bill?
You got it, brother. Thank you so much. Love and
Yeah.
appreciate both of you.
I appreciate you big time.
All right.
No stupid stuff. You're not stupid. You're not even close.
No, not at all.
Old programming.
Yeah, it is.
And you're learning. So there you go.
Definitely.
Bill, thank you so very much. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Let's go ahead and move right along. We've got John Tier with his hand up. Jody, you're coming up next, so hang on, please. John Tier, go ahead, open up, and please share with us.
Hey,
Hey, John, before you say anything, I seen Peter and Linda post something in here.
that's a very good response.
Yeah, really good response, Bill. One of the things that you could reach out to your sister and said, I sort of thought about after you talked, and you know me really, really well. Why would you want to learn how to make money from me? That's what you could say to your sister. You know, I got to thinking about it, and the worst person you could learn from, or the worst thing that you could do, is why not learn from people that are making tens of thousands of dollars a month that document it?
The educator.
You know, so you could tell her, listen, before you make a decision, why don't you plug into this community? And inside the community, it actually shows not only the educators that have been doing this for years, but the educators that are teaching other people how to do it, because I guarantee you they're going to have a different style and more of an expert than me.
Let them do the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Well, right now, she doesn't even have a phone.
What?
Doesn't
I'm not even gonna ask what that means.
That means resistance to change.
Yeah, she just off the grid. I don't know.
Well,
if
she has a regular phone, but not a cell phone.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
Does she
very.
have internet?
Well, yes, her husband does,
Or her husband does?
but she doesn't participate.
Interesting.
So she's a tough case.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's definitely a sort for sure.
Yeah, but she can change.
Do you have an address? Well, I have a PO box because I live in a tent down by.
I can give you
You know
my
what I mean?
husband.
It's like-
I can give you my husband's.
Yeah.
He takes care of all that.
Cool.
So,
All right. So sorry, John. I just thought yeah.
All right, there we go.
So
Thank you,
John, how
Bill.
you doing, man?
Man, I've been busy, man.
Cool.
Ever since May, I think I've had a gig like every single weekend. You know,
Oh,
this has
wow.
been
Good
like
for
the first,
you, man.
yeah,
That's
this
awesome.
has been like the first week off, and then I start again. I got about 4 or 5 weeks of gigs, you know, just back to back to
Good.
back to back. So, but you know, this is something that I have
Living,
imagined.
living your best life, man.
Right, this is something I have imagined doing, and
Yeah, I
so
know you have.
yeah, and so I'm having a ball. Just man, I mean, oh.
So you went from a musician that would love to be this busy to a musician that's this busy.
Yeah, right, exactly. I tell you, look, the week that I had, one of the weeks I had, I was playing at something called South Shore Country Club, and I was on Lake Michigan, and it was a restaurant, and it was a beach, and I'm playing, and it's the sand and the beach. It was just so cool. That was like on Thursday. Then I got a call from a friend of mine. Says, "Man, we need to go up to Ann Arbor, Michigan to would you do keyboard tech for this group?" I was like, "Yeah, cool." I go up and I'm on the other side of Lake Michigan now. Looking back, I was like, "Wow." A few days ago I was on that side, and now a few days later I'm on this side of Lake Michigan. It was just like, wow, that was just like, you know, just really, really,
How
really funny. So,
cool. Everybody give Mr. Tier a attaboy.
man, and I'm going to play something later on this month that I've always wanted to play. It's called the Hyde Park Jazz Festival. I was like, man, I've always wanted to play that, and so I got called to do that. And
Oh,
you know, so I'm having a
Man,
ball
just
this
keep
summer.
using that imagination, man. It's like,
Yeah,
are these, I never even thought to ask, are these paying gigs?
always.
No.
great.
Hey,
Always.
I just wanted to clarify that for the rest of the
Oh, yeah.
Imaginators. You know what I mean? It's like, but
And
no,
John, you might
no,
want to specify a little bit more because there's people asking questions in the chat about where exactly it is.
Which
This
ones?
gig, Coach Bob's in Chicago. Sandy says she's 2 hours away.
Oh yeah, you know, now you know what I'll do is I'll post on Facebook. That's what I'll do. I'll post a schedule on Facebook because I've got a lot of stuff.
drop it in Imaginators too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
that's what I'll do. I'll just post because I got, you know, like 4 or 5 things like in a row. And yeah, I definitely
So
will post
cool,
it.
man. So
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. And so Robert, you know, like you, I was really kind of asleep on the Akashics thing.
Yeah.
And I saw that yesterday, and then I went on and watched the replay. I got my Akashics today. I just
Awesome.
went and got it. And I don't know what to do next, but I went and
We'll
got it.
figure it out this week. We'll figure it out this week.
Terry and I watched the rest of the video, and I'm the kind of guy that wants to do it. They said they were going to do a bunch of onboarding videos,
Right.
through the 5th and the 8th. So I know a lot of people reached out to me and they're asking me questions, and they're going to find out very, very quickly that I don't know.
Right.
But I'm good at following instructions. I really, really am. I'm the kind of person that when someone says do this, I say, okay. And I just go, hey, it doesn't make a difference the number of steps that I have to take, or if I feel uncomfortable making those steps, I'll just get over it and do it. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's I just like that whole concept about you know, one of the principles of all the successful people on the planet is OPM, other people's money.
Yes. Yes.
And if someone's going to give me money and teach me how to trade, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
I'm doing it.
I'm so excited about that. I'm really excited about that because it goes along with what I've been imagining, you know, of making like $15,000 a month. That's what I've been imagining. And my thing, I'm always telling myself, you know what, I live a life of abundance. I live a life of abundance.
You
I live a
do.
life of abundance.
I agree with you.
And when I've been saying that, I probably took about 2 or 3 months to like listen to that meditation from Abraham Hicks and got in my mind about abundance
Yeah.
thinking. And everything I do is always about abundance. I attract abundance. And so that's how I live my life. And I'm noticing the shift in the atmosphere, you know.
Yeah.
I have so many gigs coming. I had to turn down some things because it was just it was just they're coming in so fast. And I'm just like, man, that's all about because I'm intentionally focusing on, you know, bringing that, attracting that to me. And again, this Akashics thing, yes, it was around the last time, but I wasn't ready to receive it into
Right.
this thing.
Me too. Me too. It was one of those things. It was one of those things that, you know, when Alex reached out to me, I got involved in that company, didn't do anything. And yeah, and I wasn't even in a network marketing company. I was actually in a transition. This was before we decided to go bananas with MDC. So I was just thinking, wow, this is going to work. But of course, they don't have anything that Akashic has, and it's all because of technology. So, you know, I know that Josh over the years, he keeps making attempts to make this work.
Right.
But when I bought it, God bless you. God bless you. So when I bought it this morning, when I got up and clicked on it and opened it up, I'm going, this looks nothing like what it did the first time I bought it. And you guys, I'm just one of those people that you know, I really, really got rid of my ego. I was telling Terry this, that you know, if a bunch of people are jumping on the bandwagon and overnight, you know, Matty Pips goes from, I think it was 10K to 100K.
He had 30,000 in volume to 100K is what they
Well,
show, right?
30 to 150,000.
Oh,
But anyway, you're close with numbers all the time.
you're welcome.
But yeah, you know, for him to go, you know, from 25K or 10K to 100K, I went, wow, you know, that's pretty impressive. And then there was a bunch of people in my group that all of a sudden, you know, Akashic became one of the top 5 products that I have. And I'm like, I don't know anyone that's doing Akashics. And a bunch of my Hungarian team and Romanian team know people in Slovenia.
Slovenia.
And so Matty Pips was gracious enough that he went out there to help someone build their group. And he posted it, I guess, inside, I'm going to Slovenia. And a bunch of people are like, hey, I want to learn from you. And so this is pretty crazy that one of the testimonials that they had was somebody in my group, you know, so it's neat to know that Allie, that's now ahead of the director of educators and Akashics, that he looks at like everyone that's involved in Akashics like his family.
Team.
You know, one team. So it was like, wait a minute, you know, it's like this guy went up and then all of a sudden there's my, you know, it pops up in my top 5. And then, you know, I see Candace jumped in and she was sharing it with everyone. And I was just like going, all right, what is going on here? And then I still think one of the best marketers on the planet is Josh Wagle. I really, truly believe that. I mean, his documentation, you know, is better than mine. And every once in a while, he'll send me a text and he goes, yo, that's all he'll say. And then he'll go, I want to get you up to speed with all the incredible things we're doing. And then he always does it before he goes to sleep, right? So it's like 2, 3. And then I get up at 5, you know what I mean? And between 5 and 6. And then when I get up, I go in there and I put yo.
And he's asleep.
And he doesn't reply. So it's like, hey, John, I got a lot of exciting shit going on that I can't wait to share with you. And he just puts the seed in the head, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then I'm going, I wonder what the hell's going on. And then I look around and I wonder if they're doing some promotions or whatever. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, 2 days before this Saturday event, you know? And so to show you how much, you know, I mean, he's just on a different level, like chess game, thinking moves ahead. And so as soon as they got done with that Saturday event, he posted in the leadership group, you know, all the leaders. And this is what he said. Jenna, do you have that replay for Robert Hollis? And Jenna responded, no one will get this video seen more than Robert. And then, but it was in the entire leadership group. And they're going like, oh, so he caught on. He watched on Saturday morning. He made a bunch of comments with flames and shit. It looks like he's excited. Oh, by the way, here's the replay. And I'm going, you know, and it's like, do you think that's convincing or sorting?
I'd say sorting.
Yeah. So every new thing that they come out with, once they get it documented, you know what I mean? And see, but this is the guy that did a Zoom with Terry and I 6.5 years ago that made us 4.9 million. So if he has a couple of things that he promoted that didn't work out the way that he thought they would, man, I sure love a guy that just constantly is like, let's do high life travel. Let's change the packages. Let's come out with cards. You know, he'll do all these things to try to catch momentum with something. And for whatever reason, it doesn't click. Okay, I'm doing something else. I'm doing something else. I'm going to figure out the 10,000 ways that it hasn't worked.
It only takes one.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people. One of the number one questions that people are asking me right now is, well, I tried Akashics already. What makes it different? And I said the word try. I tried Akashics.
Me too.
I didn't do Akashics.
Right.
I tried it.
Right.
So thank you, John. Man, I'm so proud of you. Anything else you'd like to share?
Man, there was something else I was going to say, and it went away from me, man.
Well, you know it'll come back.
Yeah.
Got
Thank
it.
you guys. I'm so excited about this. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, I what it allows me to do, and I think I thought of this like the first time that I did it, is how many people do I know right now that just gave up their imagination and dreams? Right? So it's nothing sadder for me. Like Les Brown, said this short speech, and he's one of those masters that can tell a 5-minute story and rip your heart out of your chest. And he said, the reason that he caught cancer is because he was uneasy. And a therapist made him understand that he was uneasy because he was sad and depressed because the people he loved and cared for the most would not participate in their own rescue.
Yeah, I remember him saying that. Yeah.
So here's a man that has all this stuff, and anybody that knows him really, really, really well, he surrounds himself by people that he loves that make sure that he doesn't have any of the money he creates, and he doesn't care. It's like, how many times have you spoke and stuff? Oh, I think like over 22,000 times. And you still live in this crappy house? Yeah, my kids run the company for me. What do their houses look like?
Hey, Warren Buffett.
Yeah, and I heard someone say that to him. What's their houses look like? And he goes, they're raising my grandkids. I went, this guy's not bullshitting when he says that. It's like money means nothing to him. And so, yeah, it's like, hey.
Robert, what I would say about that is I'm not there yet.
No.
It's like oxygen to me,
Yeah. I like putting the oxygen mask on first. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, John, man. I love you, brother. I'm proud of you
guys.
I'm so proud of you.
John, thank you so very much. Appreciate you. Okay, Lucas's Shoemaker's hand just went up, but he is not next. Next is Jody Falcon with her feather. Jody, you're gonna have to explain where that feather came from and what bird it came from, because I'm interested in that alone, since I do bird watching.
She told you the story.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Oh,
You're muted, Judy. All right, let's try that.
I don't think Craig was on that time.
Ah,
So-
that lets him off the hook. So tell us again.
Thank you.
So real quick, the house next door to me has probably 100-foot tall pine tree.
Mhm.
And almost every single morning, I am woken up by the song of an osprey. And I call him Ossie. He also has a mate, and she'll be in the other branch. And then at sunset, they're also there. So when I'm sitting in my backyard and I look up, I can see the two osprey.
Oh, beautiful
So-
bird.
Oh, so magnificent. And a couple of months ago, one morning, I go out in my backyard. Now, my backyard is very dense with trees and vines. And under the densest area was his feather.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. There's no way that he could have flown there because his wingspan is anywhere from 6 to 7 feet.
Yeah, they're big. They're beautiful birds to
Oh.
watch. And when you see, if you ever get a chance to see them, anybody, they're like eagles. They're white
Yeah.
with black on them. And if
Yeah.
you ever get a chance to watch them hunt, they sit there, they hover, wait for the right moment, and then they go in. Yeah,
Oh, I have. Yeah.
It's incredible to watch.
A block from my house is a ginormous lake called Lake Wellington. And of course, that's where they hunt. So, Luna and I will take our walks down there and we just look up and they're like, just
Uh-huh.
kind of like just hang gliding. And then all of a sudden, bam, into the water.
Yeah.
It is so crazy. I love it.
Thank you for
Are
sharing,
you
Jody.
okay with getting fish?
I can get fish.
Oh, just not.
It's
just
natural. It's natural.
not just
No,
bunnies.
and
She's upset
Harry.
about bunnies.
Harry, they bring the fish back to the two branches of the tree of my neighbor. So in my backyard, I get to watch them eating their catch and
Oh, wow.
enjoying their meal. Oh,
Their
it's
fish
just their fish sticks, yeah.
Oh my God.
So John Tier, I love the way you started your little segment because it just segues so sweet into mine. You've been super busy the last month or so. Oi, if I ran, I couldn't catch up to myself. So, and what resulted this past Friday, I'm just really proud of. Now, most of July this month has been a lot of curveballs thrown at me. And the old me, also known as Mary Martyr, would have gotten pissy, would have gotten angry, cussed somebody out, cussed myself out, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The new me, Jody Falcon, because I consistently practice my states of appreciation
Yes.
throughout my day. Okay. So, example, I get a curveball. So instead of the old me, the new me immediately goes into prayer and says, Dear God, thank you for holding my hand and guiding me through this. And I learned that from this book.
Yeah.
The last scroll number 10, is a prayer on how to ask for guidance, how to ask for guidance. Oh my God. Okay, so Friday, my very special friend Amy invites me to one of her events. Now, this whole freaking month of July, I would say I'd get every week 4 and 5 invites to go to different events, Palm Beach County, South Florida, and people want me to come because according to them, I'm an influencer and they want a photo, thing with me for social media. God, I find that boring. All right, so I go, I do. So if I'm going to an event, it's going to be something that powerfully gives back to the community that that person's event
Sure.
supports. Okay,
Sure.
so I go to this event, a brand new little wellness center is opening up, and it's a new technological emerald laser that's going to blow away all your fat cells and you're going to look like a model. And I'm thinking to myself, Amy, what would you invite me to this for? But anyway, okay, fine. So I stay, and a bunch of the ladies, there's about maybe a half a dozen, we're sitting around chit-chatting. I'm not a chit-chatter, never have been. Okay, but I'll be polite, and the snacks were good. So this one, so Amy finally says, she says, you know, y'all, you really need to hear Mary's story. Okay, so I tell her my story, and Amy says, she is the only person I know. Now, Amy has over 17,000 members on her Facebook group across the state of Florida. Mary's the only person I know that doesn't sell, that doesn't push anything. She wants to connect with you first.
Wow.
Yeah. So all 5 ladies chime in. Oh, they hear my story. Oh, Mary, God, I need your business card. But I says, well, you know, I haven't used business cards for a good year now. Well, how do we know? I says, you know, what's really important for me is to make meaningful connections. So if you don't mind, here's my phone. I would love to connect with you as a personal contact. All of the women put in their information and they said, can you please connect with me as soon as possible? Okay, so, you know, a couple hours later, and I did nothing about MDC. Everybody got
Good. Good.
Wanda K. Okay. So then I'm ready to leave. And Robert, Terry, Craig, Matthew, thank you so much. So I'm getting ready to leave, and I'm at the door, and one lady stands up. She gives me a big hug. And she says to me, can I tell you what a gift your piece is? My peace, my inner peace. Wow. I mean, so yeah, I feel like I accomplished something.
That is huge.
Very zen.
I'm so blown away from that, because as you continue to plant seeds and you see evidence of the harvest.
Yeah, that was evidence of the oh, wait, I'm sorry to interrupt. We have a really bad storm. Luna's under my feet.
Aww.
So if my video goes out black, that means got slammed with lightning. Okay, but anyway, go ahead.
We needed to hear this story, so it's not going anywhere.
Thank
well,
you
thank
so
you for
much,
sharing your
everybody.
praise report. That is so awesome.
Thank you. All of you Imaginators help me.
Yeah, Imaginators for me was never about anyone in the Imaginators doing things that they didn't feel like was their gift.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know you guys know me to be this person already, but you know, I'm not interested in how many people you're recruiting or how much sales you do. You know what I mean? That's your journey. That's your journey. And so I love hearing stories like John's and yours, and I just think that's what it's all about when you recognize that man, you know, that was a thing that really would throw me for a loop. And the only thing that I would say based on everything you shared today is I still would ask you to look at all the curveballs. As you know, while you were talking, the download that I got, Jody, is you ever see these videos and they seem to go in compilations where someone just, there are videos where I seen this kid, and it was a video of this kid, and he was standing like a bike rack, right? And he just was like dancing, you know, he had his hand, he had his backpack on, he probably was like 10, 11 years old. And all of a sudden he was just dancing, and he stopped. and I seen him go like this, and he let go of the bike rack, and he walked like 5 feet. And as soon as he walked like 5 feet, this car went flying through that bike rack and went up against a light pole. And he was on the other side of the light pole. So if he would have been there, he was gone.
Oh, wow.
And you could just see him go, all right, I guess I gotta go. I guess I gotta go. And
Yeah.
all of us see these things that just seem to be coincidences, right?
Oh,
And it
there are
reminds me,
none.
yeah, and it reminds me of Garth Brooks' song, thank God for unanswered prayers.
For sure.
And so now when I get, or let me rephrase it, as I ask for guidance and pray every day for guidance, and I surrender all. I say, I surrender all and I choose you. I ask for your help, your guidance, the words to say to those that have ears to hear, the words to say to attract people that are looking for whatever they're looking. And I just ask you to give me the words to say. And so when I do that and I surrender, and I do that all the time, now when I see things that seem to not be going the way that I wish they would, now for me, it's like, why is there resistance here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. See, yeah, Jody
So right
Falcon does
away,
that.
I look like, okay, well, what was the resistance? And so I'm going like, because I'll tell Matt I'll tell Matt that, our coach Bob or whatever, I'll just go, you know what? I'm going to do this, this, and this, and I'm going to create videos for that. And then I forget that every day I pray. And so then I pray, ask for guidance, and then I don't want to do that video. And then it's like a few days later or a week later, I go, oh, this is what you want me to do. This is the way that I could lead. And I'll give you guys a one that just recently did with me. I knew that I knew that I knew. I. See the word I? I had this great idea for a video. And I just held up my phone and I go, I made $4.9 million by using an affiliate link. I also made $19,000 on YouTube. And what I would like to do is share with you exactly how you could do that same thing. And for me, there's a part of me where, man, I showed Terry the video, Matt looked at the video, and I was like, this video is amazing. I changed it 3 different ways. Matt helped me. YouTube will not approve it.
Because you're talking about learning.
And I'm just going, all right, that's what I thought would work. And so I'm going to redo the video today, because every day I'm going to do a video until it's the right video. And I just thought, what would be wrong with me just saying, listen, I know there's some things in your life that are not going the way you want them to. And it really comes down to 2 things. You forgot how to imagine, and you really don't know what you want. And I can help you with those things. Go to imaginewithrobert.com and set up a time to do a Zoom with me. I'd love to help you.
Oh, that's beautiful. I saw that on your Facebook page.
Oh, Imagine with Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt came up with that idea.
Yeah.
So for every one of you, this is just something that we're testing. We're just testing with, how to currently reach the right people. And so whenever you guys hear that I'm testing something, that doesn't mean I'm doing something without you guys. Because the number one thing that still works for me is giving gifts. So if you guys seen someone randomly just reach out to me and stuff and go, how many of you got people that reach out to you on all social medias going, I just love connecting with people, And I go, oh, I would love to connect with you too. The way I connect with people is by giving them a gift. Wham. And so that's been effective for me for 37 years. That is still my go-to.
Yeah.
And there's just some there's just some unique things that are happening in the world today that you know, even with the thing that we're doing right now with the promotion, it looks like it's going to work. It looks like something that, you know, the younger generation will like. Matt agrees with the direction we're going, but no one ever knows. No one
Oh,
never
yeah,
knows what's gonna
yeah, right.
gonna resonate with people, right? And
Exactly.
it's like you know, and that whole mentality is that, you know, the younger generation and people that went through the pandemic, they're just mentally in their mind going, you know, there's more to life than just grinding and making money.
Oh, absolutely.
And
And God
so,
bless it, they realize that.
right. And so just like your story and John's story, you know what I mean? It's like it's neat when you really kick back and you say, okay, so, you know, when you see the stuff that happened to John that he shared with us, this has been an imagination from John since I met him.
Oh, okay.
You see what I mean? And
Yeah.
so, you know, he leans into the imagination part. He really gets connected to himself and does the work, the personal development work that people normally don't want to do, to actually go, you know what, you know what makes me feel alive is when I'm doing these gigs. You know what I mean? And wouldn't it be neat, or wouldn't it be amazing?
I think.
Okay. Isn't it gonna be cool? But you know, to be able to say those words and then say, this is where I know when I get this part of my life the way that I want it, then everything else is going to come to me, because this is
Yes.
really my gift. And it's apparent that it's my gift, because when I do it, the people around respond to me the way that makes me feel alive.
Mhm.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, you know, but then the rest of the thing comes to you, you know. So thanks for sharing that. I'm yeah, it's just like, again, you being in a good space more than you're not is really
Yes.
key. I mean, Abraham Hicks says it best. I'm learning this right now. It's like I have sort of these weird thoughts that come into my mind, just like every human being. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I never thought that to have the awareness that when I have the thought that I don't want, that I could immediately say something out of my mouth that I'm so happy and grateful.
Oh, for sure. And embrace the contrast,
Yeah,
because
just
without the contrast, you don't know what you do want.
Right.
so you get back in the frequency, you get back in the vibration, you get back into the vortex, whatever words you want to use. But it's very easy to find out. It's very easy to see how you allowed the world to pull your strings. And then when you really get that, then you realize that social media was designed to pull your strings.
Mhm.
That the news channels were designed, that you know, all the Netflix stuff, all of that stuff, it's all
Right.
designed to pull your strings.
Exactly.
And so now what you realize is, wow, I guess I'm a part of the world, but I'm not who I want to be. Why should you be a person that all day, every day is just constantly reacting? When you see
That's
something and
exhausting.
react, yeah,
I used to be that. It's
it's super
exhausting.
exhausting. It's super
Yeah.
exhausting. Yeah. So you guys know my Zen wife, you know, she's the one that I told you before she came on here, where I'd go, well, honey, what do you think about that? I don't think about that. You know, I don't know why you think about it, but you know, so
I just watch a movie and he analyzes everything. I said, I'm just in it for the entertainment. That's all I care about. I'm not going to analyze. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't care. It's all make believe. Let's just sit and enjoy it. Eat your popcorn.
you know what's so much fun?
Right.
She's got so many wonderful things about her, but if there's something that I haven't seen that she's already seen, that we can watch it because she doesn't remember what she's seen.
I forget about it. I do so much shit.
And I'm going like, haven't
I
you
love
watched this already? And she goes, of course I have, but I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Watch all those, those amazing shows that show people selling houses, like $1 Million Listing or selling Beverly Hills on Netflix. So I love to watch that because I love to look at the houses. So I could watch that stuff over and over and over all the
Oh,
time.
me too. Oh my gosh,
Any
yes.
home improvement thing, you know.
Oh,
Right.
HGTV all the time.
Jeff
Yeah.
Lewis, he's amazing when he
Oh,
does.
yes.
So good. So yeah, it's a fun. It makes you feel good. To me, it does. Anyways.
Yeah.
Same here.
Mhm.
Same here. I
Well, I
love
love you.
guys.
I love you. I love you. Thanks for sharing.
You're all the best.
Thanks for connecting.
Thanks so much, Jody. Appreciate you. Okay, John figured out what it was he wanted to share. So before we go
Okay.
to Lisa Marie Cook and Lucas Shoemaker, John, go ahead, open up and share with us. Okay, so we can continue with John a little bit.
Yeah, just two quick things actually. One, I'm 136 people shy of 5,000 friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the other thing was just a little quick story. So I went to see some friends of mine playing, some of the guys that I play with in this particular group. And they started handing out flyers to an event that's going to be happening a little bit later on. And when I looked at the flyer, it's like, oh, I'm on the flyer. That's me. That
That is crazy.
was so funny. Wait. It was this flyer here.
Oh wow.
I went to see some friends of mine, and that's me in that little corner right in there.
Wow, that is so cool.
Awesome.
But it was so funny that when they hand out the flyer, I'm looking, it's like, wait a minute, I know that guy.
So apparently you made a commitment that you didn't remember.
No, well, I knew I had the gig. I didn't know that they were handing out flyers at this particular
Oh,
place.
that makes it even better.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
so awesome. Yeah, it just reminds me of something that I just recently heard. Have you guys ever seen MDC put out a video about a recap on an event that you guys have been to?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. When you watch the recap of the video, how much attention do you pay as whether or not you're on there? Hey, it's like I heard someone say this the other day, because of course we love hearing our name, right? Of course we love hearing our name. And I thought about this the other day because Craig never gets enough kudos, in my opinion. He's just amazing. But people will make comments, and of course he does so much for us. It's impossible for me to watch all the shorts and also make comments on everything. And I just do my best, and I'll continue to do my best. But man, when Craig does a short of me talking to one of the, the Imaginators or the inner circles, and then he takes parts of that or AMA and then posts them. You know what I mean? And people are like, look at, I'm on this one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. We all love to have connection and love and acceptance and recognition. And Peter and Linda's like, guilty as charged. Just like, yeah. And so, yeah.
What was really funny was a lady sitting next to me. She said, I've seen you somewhere before. I said, yes, that's possible. I think it was the next day, I have a yoga class that I attend on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. She was in my yoga class.
Oh wow.
You know what I thought you were gonna say? Oh, I'm on that flyer you've been looking at.
Well, I did tell her that too. I was like, that's
Great
me.
stuff. Great stuff, John. Great stuff. Thank you, Craig.
All right. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, John. Thank you, Jody. Wow. Love it. Love it.
Craig is the maestro, the conductor.
Yeah.
Bless you, everyone. Thank you so
You bet.
much. It's fun. It's fun. I love doing this stuff. I really, really do.
You can tell. You can tell.
And when everybody benefits, everybody wins. This is exactly what we're here for. All the better. All the better. Okay. So we've got two more hands up. We've got Lisa Marie Cook and Lucas Shoemaker. Lucas, you are first. Go ahead. open up and please share.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, Lucas, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you guys?
Good.
Blessed and highly favored and deeply loved. Woo!
Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, still recovering from my surgery, but I'm doing a lot better. So doing very well.
Good.
So
You've been in my prayers for a speedy and complete recovery. So
yeah, so I've been working on my YouTube, and so about 6,000 views shy of my goal of 200,000,
Awesome.
which was said that back to the end of this month, so I'm pretty close.
Cool.
oh,
So,
congratulations, man. I don't
uh,
know. I seen that's just so awesome, man. That's just so awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Dad was talking to us because I forgot about the MAs and I've been kind of disconnected and stuff, just because, my surgery, not to use an
Totally.
excuse
Totally.
or anything like that. But yeah, he was talking about this tap and trade and the travel thing. So I watched the video late last night. So I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Yeah. So I'm kind of tired right now. Our daughter woke up early and but yeah, I was like, I think I need to re-up on it because I haven't been on prod or anything for a while. So yeah, I'm gonna
Right.
sign up today with the travel
Very
and trade
cool.
Awesome.
product. Yeah. So
You need a link,
uh
affiliate
no, I
link.
haven't-
No, I'm joking.
no, yeah. Yeah, sure. You can go right ahead.
Bill's like, hey.
Hey, excuse me.
I'm totally joking. Hey, do you guys know people that share stuff that they shouldn't?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anything. I don't know why people need to share stories that they just don't think and they shouldn't share. They should just say, should I share this? You guys seen the post that I did? Is this going to benefit them? Is it going to make them feel, how's it going to make them feel? Is it true? You know what I mean? So when I heard about your surgery, I had one of those moments and
Yeah.
I didn't share with you. I go, that little comment wouldn't do anything for him. And so I had a really, really dear close friend of mine named John Dean. And he had a hernia surgery, and it was like in and out patient. And his girlfriend brought him in. She went shopping at the mall and came back, and he wasn't alive anymore.
Oh wow.
I thought, nah. So I go, hernia operation. I go, nah, I'm not going to tell him.
Yeah.
To a bad doctor and a bad
I guess he had some kind of effect to the anesthesia and stuff. You know what I mean? And just a freak deal. Just a total freak deal. And I'm going like, now this gives me a better reason to pray that Lucas everything's gonna be fine.
Well, that's that's what I was kind of nervous about. I was like, asked Dad, like, hey, how'd you come out with this anesthesia? My mom, it came out fine. So I was like,
Who
okay,
cares?
cool. But it was my first time, so I was in the room, and the doctor was like, hey, we're here. Let's get it done. I'm like, hold on a second, let me get my stuff together here. You know what I mean?
right.
So yeah, as we go to the R room, I was looking at so my anxiety was from 1 to 100. I was like,
Oh my God.
God. Yeah, I was just freaking out. I was like, here, sir, here's some oxygen.
The last time I got put out, I was doing my best to keep and it's funny because the one thing that I learned in that moment is I just couldn't seem to get my my anxiety or my fear or my heart rate down. And then immediately I had this crazy thought. And all I said was, well, if this is it, I've had a great fucking life.
Yeah.
And I got a big smile on my face. And the nurse looked at me and said, are you okay? I go, I am now. See you guys later.
Right.
And it's like, it was pretty weird to think that, but I was going,
It
I
is.
need to find a way to calm down. It's like, what's the worst thing that can happen? I do that to myself all the time.
Yeah.
I always think, if I did this, what's the worst thing that can happen? And it usually makes me laugh. You know what I mean? So if I reach out to Lucas and ask him how he's doing, and he says, I'm tired of you doing this, and he hangs up and drives over to my house, and when I answer the door, he shoots me in the head. And they go,
Yeah.
not stupid. So then
Right.
everything else is okay. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
did you
Yeah,
have
it was
something else
pretty.
to add?
Yeah. It was pretty crazy though too. And I was like, as soon as I was freaking out, I was like, okay, take deep breaths just to finish the story. Then they put the anesthesia in me. I felt it. I was like, oh, starting to work. Last thing I remembered. I
Right.
woke
Yeah.
up and I was like, did everything turn out right? Oh yeah, fine. I was like, oh, I guess it wasn't so bad after all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get put out, and then they tell you everything's all right, and you're going, all right, that's fine.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah, and they get off
thanks
on
for
the
thanks for
tangent.
sharing. Thanks for sharing. We missed you.
Yeah. So just speak just real quick on the whole, what Dan was talking about the whole traveling trade. I was like, the company was only giving me 25 to 50K to trade with.
That
I'm
is
like,
nuts.
yeah. And believe it or not, I was in the caustic for 2 years before I canceled it because I didn't do anything either with it.
I didn't do anything either.
He's joined, I don't know
Yeah.
how many times.
I attempt to do good things all the time.
That's what I'm saying, but you've joined it multiple times. Don't be such a baby. Don't be,
You know,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
be such a baby.
see, she took it wrong. She took it wrong.
Right. But I
Um,
love to tap the trade because I don't know how to trade. So I love to tap the trade. Just hit it and boom, you're done. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I don't know if it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
yes.
I think I'm at the right time right now. Because it's different
Right.
when I can focus on something else and feel like I could actually make more money than
Right.
learning something new. But if they're gonna fund me,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
I'm just the kind of person that's like, hey, we're gonna give you $25,000 or $50,000. I'm going, what do I need to do it? What do I got to do to get that?
Yeah.
You know?
OPM. That's what it
Yeah.
is. A lot of people.
And Josh brought up something very interesting. I asked him, I said, listen, you guys got a lot of testimonials on people winning. And he goes, yeah. And he says, but people are people. And I go, what do you mean? And he goes, well, they talked about in the video about Matty Pips talks about 3 things that you do, right? So one group is just going to tap and trade. And then another group is going to continue their education and try to go independent.
Right. Right.
And he goes, those are the ones that say Akashic doesn't work. So can you imagine? Listen, you guys are all my friends. You're all my family. Could you imagine that someone, and I just brought this up to my wife, that video that I posted of Scott Galloway. I watched some other videos with him, and he goes, everyone I know that's way on the other side of money, when I ask him what they do, it's the most boring shit on the planet. And he goes, that's why the majority of people don't do it. Because, okay, so I hook it together, yeah. And then I get a signal and I tap, yeah. I got to find a way to fuck this up. Can you guys honestly see people doing that? It's like, well, I figured out, and here I'll tell my funnest story about this. And I know I've shared it with you guys before, but it was a significant emotional event for me. Is a bunch of my buddies, they went to this at Vegas, and it was like we heard all this screaming around the craps table, right? So we just go over there. And this guy, I'm not BSing, he had like millions of dollars of chips. We were looking at some of the chips, and it was like, there were like $50,000 chips, and he had like 3 stacks of them that were this high. And I'm going, man, if he's winning, I'm going to jump into this. So everyone was screaming and yelling, and these girls were throwing the dice, and I put some money out on the table, and everything went silent. Silent, dead silent. And I look up and everybody's staring at me because I didn't bet right. And it's like you're fucking up the flow. No one's saying anything. So I just pulled my money back up, and then everyone got excited again. And so then I looked up there and it was talking about how you do multiples of 5 and multiples of 3 and all this stuff. So I just went, this guy's betting 50,000 and 100,000. So I'll just bet $5 and $10, and I'll just bet it the same way he did. So as soon as he pushed it out, that's what I did. And then the chips that he had, he would let it ride. They wouldn't move anything. So my $5 and my $10 chip won, and I let it ride. And then it let it ride. Next thing I know, I'm up like a couple of $1,000s, and I'm jacked out of my mind. And then all of a sudden these girls threw the dice, and he won again, and everyone was going nuts. And he just looked at the pit boss and just did this with his hand. And this guy came over, grabbed all his chips, started putting them in these plastic racks, and he left. And I'm going, he just won. And he left. So I let my money ride, and it's gone. So I just went from a couple of $100 to $3,000 to nothing, because this guy's a professional and he knew when to walk away. I wasn't paying attention what was going on. And I brought that all up because that's human beings right there. And so what I do every day to make money is master the mundane. I do the most boring stuff over and over and over and over and over. And the Scott Galloway said, if you look at the people in the world that seem like they have it all, they just are willing to continue to do the boring stuff. And the first thought that I had in my mind is when you hear any kind of singer or a band, and they go, why is it that when we do a ballad, that's the one that goes number one? And you know what's bad about that? You can never do a concert again without doing that damn song, because your fans will turn on you. You know what I mean? It's like, do this damn song. This is the one we like. I don't want to do that anymore. So it is interesting that, you know, you look at a baseball player or a swimmer. We talked about that girl that you know, missed it and then got the gold medal. You know, it's like the joke I always did about marathon runners. It's like, listen, I want to be a swimmer. I want to be an Olympic swimmer. Well, what are we doing today? We're swimming. Okay, so what are we doing tomorrow? We're swimming. It's like, how many miles has these Olympic swimmers swam? That's all they do. And it's like, well, maybe we could do the turn different. Maybe no, we have rules. This is the way you're going to swim the race. And if you don't swim the race this way, you're disqualified. So the people that really make their imagination fly are the individuals that find the thing that they're gifted at, and they just don't give a shit that it's boring, and they just do it every day. And then everybody else gets into Akashics and goes, I got to do more than this tap and trade shit. I think what I'll do is start getting into copy and stuff. And I'm pretty sure I've figured out what they're doing. I got the times and the stuff that they're doing, and they set their risk too high. They start going off on their own, and then they lose money. And it's like, well, it was Akashics. Now you got bored and decided that you would change things. How many of you guys know people that just cannot stop changing shit? They can't help it. So I get messages all the time where people tell me what they're doing, and then they know that I'm about ready to jump down their throat for doing it, and then they actually tell me why they're doing it. hey, Robert, well, I've been doing this, and because this felt better for me, and I decided to do this, and oh, by the way, it's not working. And I'm going like, can they even hear themselves? Can they hear themselves going, I'm not going to follow instructions. I'm going to do it my own way because I feel like that. And then why would you tell me afterwards that it's not working? I didn't need to hear that. I already knew that. So no one wants to sort. Everybody wants to sell.
Yeah.
My mentor told me, hey, this is not sales, this is sorting. You say something very short and see if they're interested. Lucas, are you currently in a happy relationship? Yeah. Okay, I'm done. You see what I mean? It's like, no, are you really, really happy?
Hmm.
Now I'm gonna see what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
people can help themselves trying to convince other people against their will. And if you try to convince people against their will, they're still at the same mindset still.
Yeah. Which is my problem some of the time too.
Oh, that makes you human, Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That makes you human. It's like, do you know what I have to give to you that would change your life?
Right.
Not interested. Not.
Yeah.
Can you stop complaining then? Oh, no. I love to complain.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. It's good to
Yeah.
have you here.
Yeah, started making an appearance. It's been a little bit.
Well, we've been praying for you and we missed you. Thanks for checking in.
Yeah. I figured I'm very messing with it. I got a few more weeks off from work, so I got nothing else to do. So I'll work on a little more NBC than my YouTube channel. I told my wife last night. I said I really need
Good.
this
Good.
off the ground.
I know because of your consistency and imagination. I am looking so forward to seeing you win with your YouTube channel. It's just, it's just the law of numbers and law of consistency. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like when people
Yeah.
say, wow, I can't believe how well you've done. You go, yeah, I'm like an instant success. I put up 2,700 videos. It's like,
Yeah. 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 And just briefly before I get off, I had a comment that I didn't put enough effort to my videos. I was like, that's the wrong thing to say. I was
yeah.
like, how you know how much effort I put into my videos? Like you get your trolls, like
Boy,
whatever.
the haters love to hate, man. The haters love to hate.
Oh, do they? Oh, do
Yeah,
they?
the crazy comments that people say is what cracks me up. I just like Jody said, people used to say, "Oh, you're just ripping people off," and that used to offend me. And now I just know they're ignorant.
Yeah. Yeah, before I used to take offensive, but now I'm like, okay, whatever you want to think.
Yeah, the best thing is, when they just get removed from your channel and you didn't give them any comment. That's just the best ever.
Yeah. And I like when some people take my back too. It's like, well, he's got a lot more subs than you do, so he must be doing he's a lot better than you.
It is fun when people come to your defense. I mean,
Yeah. So I'm like,
they're
cool,
protecting you.
Right.
Well, you got our family standing behind you. I'm proud of you, Lucas.
Thank you.
I like watching your post.
Yeah, you inspire me, Robert.
Oh man, we're all going together, man.
Yeah, yes we are. Going to the top, baby.
All right. God bless.
Thank you.
You bet.
Lucas, thank you. And before we get to Lisa Marie, a couple of things I wanted to share. Lucas's YouTube channel, I'm going to put in the list of updates on the Imaginators Telegram that we have pinned to the top of channels to follow. So if you have not followed Lucas, it'll be part of that list. Plus, it was already posted in the chats. So please follow Lucas. Secondly, John Tier is putting some of the flyers in the Imaginators Telegram channel, so you'll be able to follow him there. Thirdly, I wanted to share this with everybody because Robert did bring it up. Let me do that. Perfect. And let me do this. There it is. Before you post, think. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind.
Well, I'm out.
Terry's gone.
I put a lot of effort into things, so.
And I will go ahead and grab that and put it in the chats as well. So
Thank
into
you.
the Telegram chats. But I just wanted to share those items with you since they were all right there. Lucas, thank you for sharing and bringing that up for us. Appreciate you. And John as well. Appreciate you, John. We're here to support our family.
Whoop.
All right. Lisa Marie Cook, we're going to wrap up our Imaginators today with you. Where'd you go? You moved. Oh, there you go. All right. So unmute and please share with us.
We can't hear you.
We cannot hear you, Lisa Marie.
I got to do a little bit of lip reading here. She was
It
challenging.
shows us your mic is on, but I don't know if it's connected on your end.
No.
No. No, we cannot hear anything at all from you, Lisa. Sorry.
Yeah, we can't hear you. And when you point to her and ask her to talk, we can't hear her either.
Oh my God.
All right.
You know where the microphone is down at the bottom, right, Lisa? You can click on that with an arrow and pick a different mic.
Click the audio with the up caret there. And then select whatever microphone, like maybe your computer microphone. Okay, I guess that's apparently selected. Okay. Well,
So when Lisa Marie gets on and she always talks about things don't go right for her and how frustrated she gets, are you guys all seeing her face? It's like she's like, oh my God, what's wrong with this?
yeah, I guess I know that the options being shared in the chat are, go out and come back in. That's a way to reset your phone. If that's what you're using is your phone. You're using your computer?
Why don't you log all the way out, Lisa, and come back in. We'll see if it happens.
Yeah.
We'll wait on you.
We'll wait. That sounds good. Okay. So, and actually she was the last person.
Hey, did you guys, it's recorded, so we'll see this later. Did you see how frustrated she was getting? Oh my God. The energy shifted like, what the fuck? God damn it. It's like, oh my God. It's like,
Gotta love all the technicals involved with that.
how many
You know what? In the meantime, I'm going to.
You guys, I do have something to say.
Go ahead, Robert.
The thing that.
Oh, she's back. Unless you want to finish that thought. Yeah. Lisa Marie, let Robert finish the thought and then we'll come back to you. Okay. Go for it, Robert.
Whenever things happens, any kind of technical things from my wife, she just like, and then she says, well, will you check on it? And then what I'll do is 90, if not 100% of the time, I just go over and touch it and it just comes back on. Or do you guys know people? And it's like, so she's like, God dang it, this doesn't work. She gets all pissed off. And then I walk over and, do you guys know people that not only, it seems like the universe is like having a laugh at their benefit. You know what I mean? It's like, what? Watch, I'll just move Peter's cord where he can't find it. And then they all sit up there in the universe and just go nuts because they're going like, look at, he's losing his shit right here. It's like, and then you get these other people that they just walk up and go, I don't know what's wrong with it. And then they hit something and they don't even know what they're doing. And then it comes back on. And then the person that was struggling gets all pissed off. So let's try it again with Lisa.
All right, Lisa Marie, there we go. Let's give it one more shot.
Oh,
Still
bummer.
not
No.
working. Lisa Marie, did you literally shut your computer off and then go back in or just logged out?
Have your ear fixed.
Yeah.
Well, can you type it quick?
Yeah, type the question.
Okay, we'll do that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. And in the meantime, I don't know. I mean, I saw Peter and Linda post something in the chat. We can go back to Lisa Marie's question. But Peter and Linda, I know you shared something earlier that kind of was interesting for everybody to know. So go ahead and open up and share with us.
Okay. Was it the story that I said proof about the other side?
Yeah.
I think it was that. Yeah.
I think
So it was one of my lowest points in my life where I was at the point where I was literally that I don't want to I'm afraid to even say it. I was at the suicidal point that I was about to kill myself right there and then. There was no chance. There was no way I'm going to change.
That's the lowest, man.
That's it. I hit the rock bottom. I was going to do it that night, and I made sure of it. I certainly made sure of it. I was walking across a bridge in Toronto that was very well known for suicide people. And it was so well known that they actually put these cages on the edges so that it prevents people from jumping over. So I was so determined to get through these cages at night that I was listening to this music on my headphones through an old phone of mine. And this music was playing and playing. And I was just cursing and swearing at God. And I was saying, get me the fuck off this get me the hell off this planet. I'm so done with these demons. Just kill me. Just get me out. I want to go back home. This is not my house. This is not my home. Get me out of here. Get me out. I want to go. And all of a sudden, the music stopped playing. And I was so angry that I just pulled out my phone. And I don't know, when you try to unlock the phone too many times, it locks you out. And
no way.
So I grabbed my phone and I was about to throw it through the cage. And I just grabbed it. And I swear I swear to you, something grabbed my wrist. There was no one there. Grabbed my wrist and forced my hand to put the phone back into my pocket. And I just screamed that I couldn't even control my own body. And a bus was coming full speed at me. I just started running and running. And as I was just about to jump off the curb in front of the bus driver saw and he was about to swerve. But just before, Robert, a song started playing on my phone that I never downloaded. It just started playing. And this song responded to every single curse I said to God. Every single one.
What's the name of the song?
Home by Phillips.
Oh my God.
By who?
Phillips. Home. It was called Home. Every single word in that song responded right back to me. I swear to God.
Like literally.
And I couldn't believe it. I said, okay, that's it. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. I'm screaming, I love you in the middle of the street. I'm just screaming, I love you. And then the horns are honking, we love you too.
That is a great
talking to us and we're not listening. Why? Because we're so busy with our lives. But yes, the universe is talking to us. There is something on that other side that is guiding us. And it just doesn't, honestly, it doesn't, I don't know.
When you're in the shit, it's hard to see. It really, really, really is. I've been there, unfortunately, a couple of times. Thank you for sharing that, man. That is good. That's good.
After that, 2 months later, I actually got the place that I'm in right now. And
and Linda was your real estate agent?
She was the one that made it perfect, is what she did.
Everything happened, everything shifted in his life, like in a matter of 2 months. After that, the place, we met ourselves, no interest in our relationship, himself, myself, we didn't have any interest. We were like in our own journey, different journeys.
Why would you want to hang out with someone that was that fucked up? I mean, come on.
True love.
Hey, I had to get my shit together before I'm lucky that she hangs around. I had a lot of shit messed up.
I can tell you, it was because of this space that allowed me to help and I'm not gonna lie about this. I want to say over 1,000, thousands of people came through my space because we held a lot of sorry.
What are you guys? Are you guys?
What did you do wrong?
Are you guys inviting everyone over as swingers? Is that what you guys do?
Wah, wah, wah.
It's like, hey, Linda, you can't, she's saying to Peter, don't tell people why people are coming over.
Oh, it's just she managed. I keep saying my space, but it's our space. But when I tell the story, I always say to my first spirit in the first person, right?
Yeah.
So it is our space, and we created what is called a temple vortex, and it was temple vortex, and we had a lot of energy events here, a lot of Reiki, a lot of yogas, a lot of medicine ceremonies. We had ayahuasca ceremonies. A lot of spiritual work. Yes, we had a lot of spiritual work coming through our space, and thousands upon thousands of people actually came through here. Breakthroughs. And I want to say that it was that moment that if I had stepped in front of that bus, none of that would have been created.
Yeah.
None of those people would have been helped. None of those breakthroughs would have occurred. And I'm telling you, anybody who tells me that there's nothing on that other side, nothing watching over us, I just say, fuck, screw you.
Yeah. There's a guy right now that we're working with, and I forget what province in Canada is now allowing microdosing for mushrooms.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah, and I don't know what province it is, but man, when you this guy, I forget the name of his company, but he's one of the largest distributors of CBD in Canada. And he the profit that he makes, he uses the majority of the profits he makes to get first responders, firemen, policemen, nurses, to be able to use his product to get rid of their stress and their anxiety and their PTSD. It's like he's going, man, Canada is like, he goes, boy, you can buy microdosing of mushrooms here. And I'm just like going,
That's so sweet.
That's Alberta, from what I see. Alberta to be the first Canadian province to regulate psychedelic drugs.
Down the street?
We got two of them. We got two of them just across the street, literally.
Oh my God.
We got about 6 dispensaries just in our first block.
Golly.
In the lockdown,
it just exploded.
So many dispensaries open up. Anyways, that's another story.
We got more dispensaries than McDonald's.
Hey,
they're better than McDonald's.
If the way I understand, when I talk to a lot of people from Canada, they need it.
They use the McDonald's for the munchies, right?
Thank you for sharing that, Peter. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that story. I thank you so much. That meant a lot to me. That's cool.
It was a story I've been wanting to share for quite some time, but I was afraid that it might be too personal, too private. But it's something.
It could be if Linda would allow you to say everything. Yeah, I'm joking. How many of you are willing to admit that, we got to learn to be less judgmental? And I remember the first time that Sandy shared something personal, and I knew she wanted to share. She just didn't want to share. And I was like, so I just like, hey, Terry, Sandy's a witch. You know what I mean? I think everybody went, what? And of course,
awesome.
Her definition of how she is to other people in the world is everyone's different definition of what a witch is. You know what I mean? So, we're learning that through connecting with each other, is when someone says there's something, why do you put your definition on it?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just ask them? Just say, listen, explain that to me. I want to understand. I want to not be, mentally messed up in my head of what I think that is. So thank you guys for sharing that. Because, People that are involved in things that they believe that are gifts that are helping other human beings. Who am I to judge? The one thing that I know is that, Arthur wearing that, third eye shirt, that's a little out there. No. Yeah, but why is it that people do that? Hey, I'll say this statement, then we'll get to Lisa if her microphone's going.
I got the information, so just waiting on you guys.
The one thing that I've been consistently saying to people is say stuff that switches the script, right? So if Linda and Peter are doing things that I don't think are kosher or whatever, or not right, aren't I asking them to be what I think is right? I think that, when I heard Abraham Hicks say that,
Right.
it was like, well, I can't tell you guys how many people I've had say this to me. They say, well, when you share the greatest miracle in the world and you share the science of getting rich, that's not biblical. And I go, it's pretty interesting that I've helped literally millions of people with those 2 books, and that's never came up before.
No.
Exactly. I'm on chapter 5.
Yeah, and they go, what do you mean? And you guys know I'm bold when I say this to people that want to do that. I go, I know 2 things for a fact. I don't know too many things that are a fact, but this is what I know as fact. I do not know, and I also know that you don't know. And they sort of, you can hear the way. So the only way that people need to be is the way that you think they need to be. That's bizarre to put that on anybody. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But they do it about everything. You see them just hate all day. It's like, well, I live in Wisconsin. I hate Wisconsin.
It's like the little bubble all the time.
Yeah. There's so thank you again, Peter. Thank you so much. And thank you, Linda, for assisting him.
You're very
Okay, let's see if we can get Lisa Marie on here.
Okay. We'll try one more time, Lisa Marie, if you got it. If not, she's unmuted, so try talking. No, it's not happening.
God darn it.
All right. I have what she in sections, and just Lisa Marie confirm that I'm, saying, and if not, or what I'm saying is correct. Okay. And then we'll just go from there.
She'll answer you and say that's wrong.
Exactly. So she says, I just spent a week with another Imaginator, Faith and Andy. Had a wonderful time imaginating. Corky came up, so I called him too, and he wanted me to give you all a message. He has been super busy, has a deal going with Netflix. Nice. So we're moving forward with his big deal here. And just got back. Now, when you say just got back from Tennessee, is that you or him? It's him. Okay. It's him. All right. I also shared, Lisa Marie saying this, I also shared one of my visions with Corky that I shared when we were in Nashville last year with the reindeer and the winter wonderland here at Buddy's place.
I remember that.
Was fun dreaming it all again. So I guess that was in essence what she wanted to share. And then she asked a question. Do we have to get our 3 people by Tuesday? This is, I guess, with regards to the new tap and trade.
No.
Do we have to get our 3 people by Tuesday and then 3 new each month? And it's a question from Charlie, who is, I guess, sitting right there.
Nope. As soon as you get your 3, it will be free. And then you just have to maintain those 3. So if you had 3 people that never went off, then it's free. And I did that the same thing with the priority dream trips. You guys, I got like 11 people on. So, I can put 3 or 4 and then hope those people don't get off, or I can just have 90. It's like there's a phrase that I remember my mentor used to say to me all the time. Never make your minimums your maximums. See what I mean? So there's no time limit to when you get your 3. And as long as you always have 3, then your account will be free. So I just tell people get more than 3. I got 7 already. So yeah. But no, it wasn't a race, Lisa, until the 31st. That it's just that we get to promote this thing and get them. And here's something. I was hoping that Dee Dee was on here. And I'm going to say something that you guys are going to see that I don't know. But Dee Dee said a statement yesterday in the AMA, and I got to wait for it to get clarified. So if any one of you have been playing around with the Akashics, maybe you could say yes or no to this next thing. But Dee Dee said that you can get up to 200,000 in funding. And she said that that just because there's a promotion going on right now for new people 50 and people that are already on it 25, she said you can buy additional funding and to up to whatever you want. And so I was going, wow, so that means that whatever you would have to do to get 25 or 50,000 in funding, that the promotion right now and the time that they're doing it just allows you to waive that, what you need to do to get the funding. Okay. So, and everything that I just said to you right now was 100% me pulling that out of somewhere. You know what I mean? It was just, it's not confirmed, but does any of you know of people that have did something with funding? Cause I don't know what deal they're doing or whatever. So, but I'm patient. I can wait until they start doing videos and then I'll just follow directions. Yeah. And here's why I do that. Coach Bob was saying like, I'm going to jump all over this. And I go, I'm not. because when people ask me a question, I want to point, guide, and direct them to a video. Okay. My mentors taught me to work smart instead of hard, right? So if someone's going to do a video explaining what it is and how to do it, then I'm just going to wait for them. So if you guys want to jump ahead of me, you can. Just don't call me and ask me what's going on.
Okay. And they said, Lisa typed in here, also kudos to Eric and Robert.
Fantastic.
For all the views that we have. Yeah. Congratulations to you, Lisa Marie. I mean, I just constantly see you posting videos. You're so consistent. I'm so proud of you. You consistently become a gooder and gooder and gooder and gooder. I just love that about you. You sometimes inspire me, because it's some people are trying to figure out how to build one channel and you say, I want a channel for this, I want a channel for this, and you're adding subscribers and you're doing content and you're coming from your heart, and I see you post on LinkedIn all the time. I'm proud of you, man. I'm really, really, really proud of you. Okay.
All right. Thank you. And according to this, Arthur said, yes, $325 for the $50,000 funding, and it's refunded if you pass the challenge, I guess. And $225 and $225 for the $25,000 funding.
Do you guys really understand whoever's doing this, how smart this is for the company? It's like, hey, we'll give you money and split the profits with you. Oh my God. If we just had thousands of people that were doing profits every month and they get 20% of that, damn, that's freaking smart. Yeah, we've only funded, 5 million people and we got 1 million of them that, gain profits on a monthly basis of, $600 million, and we only get 20% of the 600 million. It's like freaking brilliant. Freaking brilliant. It's like everyone goes, I'd like to do something like that. And I think, well, first you'd have to come up with the funding, right? The money. So I bet you they started can purchase up to 200,000. Wow. Arthur, have you had any luck with all this stuff, or not yet? No.
Soon.
Yeah, I talked to quite a few people, and it's, I'm gonna do a little plug here and brag a little bit. Everyone I've talked to about Akashics or about dream trips, it's just like my training and everything else in life, is when you really put it all out there, people will go, well, it's not their fault. It's my fault. And so, I could definitely go on the list of the people that consistently try things but don't follow up on them and don't see them through. And it's like it's always a great idea at the moment, but then all of a sudden you reevaluate your whole entire life, and then this guy comes out and just starts kicking the shit out of you, and it's like, I just need to go back and do nothing. I'm really good at doing nothing. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. I always enjoy my family, and what a great thing. Craig, why don't you sign us out?
All right, I gotta get to my little sign out page here because I've been doing some work here. There it is. Okay, so I got to give shout outs to everybody for participating today. Thank you so much. The shout outs going out to Bill Shoemaker, John Tier, Jody Falcon, Lucas Shoemaker, Lisa Marie Cook, Peter and Linda, and everybody who participated in today's Imaginators. Bless you. Thank you very much. A lot of information shared in the chat. If you want to save that, look in the chat, click on the three dots next to where it says Imaginators, then click on Save Chat. It will download at the conclusion of our broadcast here. And just what a great day. What a great way to spend a Sunday afternoon with family, friends, and each and every one of you. So, bless you. Thank you. Also, shout out to Matt Hollis. Matt, bless you, my friend. Thank you for being our executive producer and our foundation. And of course, Robert and Terry, bless you. Thank you so very, very much for being here and for being our guide, our GPSs, and our mentors. So, until next time, everybody, please be good to yourselves. Be cash. Bye-bye for now. And I'm going to go ahead and open up so that we can all say so long.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad. Thank you
you,
for the
everybody.
questions.
Love you all.
For sharing.
Terry.
Peter and Linda, Peter and Linda, Peter and Linda. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Melody. I love you. Thank you, Lisa Marie.
Love
It's
you.
funny when we're editing the call, they're both jumping on me now. They want to say hello, but I can't. Hold on.
All right, we will not shut it off until we see
Jerome.
Milo and Rue.
Hi, Coach Bob.
There we go.
Thank you, Arthur.
That's Milo.
Terry,
Thank you, Robert.
Hey.
Thank you, Robert.
Terry. Earrings on
And
yesterday.
Terry.
Evil eye.
Evil? Why would it be evil?
That's what they call it. Evil eye. How do you find it out? Oh, that's Rue.
Rue. Or third eye, Terry. It's your third eye. Not
Middle
evil
eye.
eye.
If Terry says it's evil, it probably is. It's like,
There's the Rue Meister.
thank you, Jody. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Buck.
Thank you, everybody.